And finally, this one's probably my favorite. This is called Boogie. Woo! It's in my shirt. Hey everybody, welcome back, and today I'm really excited because I am going to be bringing you an overview of Wet n Wild's two most recent collections. Now I know that the Autumn Lush collection has been out for a while, but I have still been seeing them in Walgreens, in Rite Aid, so I wanted to talk to you about them just so you are aware that they are still out there. And I'm also going to be talking about the new Sequins and Stardust collection, which I am absolutely loving right now. So without further ado, let's jump into it. In the Autumn Lush collection, they came out with 4 different colored mascaras, and of course the colors are nowhere on the packaging, so I will put them down below. But I love colored mascara. I don't use it all the time, but what I really like it for is to add a subtle pop of color to the lower lash line, especially with a neutral look. If you put a little color down there, throw on a colored mascara, it's going to be beautiful. But they do have a purple shade, and again, I've used these. These are nice. I love the brush. It's very much a traditional brush, nothing fancy, but it's going to be great for just applying that color. The formula I will say is very thick. It's not overly dry, but it is on the thicker side. This is the blue shade. Which again, I like. Since that's what I'm going to be using the product for, is mainly as an accent on my lower lash line, I do not want it to be a super wet formula because then it transfers, makes a big mess, and gets all over the place. So they have a purple, a blue, a nice kind of almost forest leaning green, and a really, really pretty warm brown. So just some really interesting colors. I think these were $3. The packaging is really, really beautiful. I can't see it as well as you can on this. So yeah, if you like that kind of look on the lower lash line, I would definitely recommend these. It's hard to find good colored mascaras in the drugstore. If you do not like that kind of look, or you don't like colored mascara, definitely you don't need them. You know, why get them if you don't need them? But the packaging is really, really pretty, and the price is just, you can't beat it. The next thing from the Autumn Lush collection were the 2 trios, and I've got to say I really like both of these. I am actually wearing the Velour Vixens trio on my eyes today as part of my look, and I have created some absolutely beautiful looks that I really like with the Plaid to the Bone trio. So let's do some swatches. So with the Velour Vixen trio, you get a matte, creamy, kind of yellow leaning brow bone highlight. You get a shimmery, but not overly shimmery. There's no glitter in here. It's just a shimmery cranberry. I have the brow bone shade underneath my brow bone today. I have the cranberry shade in my crease and underneath my lash line. And then you get a very sparkly black with, and this has pink, purple, blue glitters in it. So the black I used in the outer V, and I also used it right underneath the lash line. So I really like this trio. I think it's very usable. I think I have gotten just some stunning looks out of it. That brow bone shade is really, really nice. The cranberry is not the most pigmented in the world, but you can build it up. And again, I really like the look I got with it today. Again, you're going to have a hard time seeing the brow bone shade on me, but I find it to be very, very nice, smooth, not chalky. You can build it up, see it a little bit better there. The black shade, again, is really pretty. Now, a lot of the glitter does fall out, but you still get a little bit of that sparkly effect with it. I just kind of use it as a matte black, as I do all black eyeshadows with sparkles in them because I more glitter in it. I just kind of use it as a matte black because I'm just going to assume that all that glitter is going to fall out. But it is nice to work with. It's pigmented, it's blendable. So I really do like this little trio. I think it's fantastic. So, and it says something when I've just had it for a couple months and I've already worn off the embossing on the brow bone shade. It's a good little trio. The next trio, I saw these colors together because when you look at them together, you're like, oh my God, the color combination is perfect. But this trio is called Plaid to the Bone, and I love these colors. And I've got to say 2 out of the 3 shades in here are absolutely stellar. So you get this very, very interesting, cool, bronzy tone right there. You get this is, I would say, a matte, effectively a matte navy blue, which is the worst shadow out of the entire collection, but you can make it work. And then just this beautiful green to blue duochrome. It's so pretty. The color combination is gorgeous, and these two shades right here are just unbelievable. So that is that bronzy shade. This is the blue. It's not good, guys. You can make it work, but it's not good. And then that duochrome is stunning. It's so, so pretty. Again, another little quad. And again, that blue color is really disappointing, but I will say that with a brush, you can build it up on the eye. And when you build it up on the eye, it actually comes across as a navy color. It swatches absolutely horribly, but if you get a very, you know, nice synthetic dense brush, you can pack that color on and make it work. And generally I just use that as a base for the green duochrome, which is just so super pretty. So even with the blue being such a dud, even though you can make it work, but then again, I believe that 95% of the time you can make any product work, the brow bone shade and the duochrome shade are so stunning in there. I think this is definitely worth the $3.99 to pick this up. So both of the eyeshadow palettes I really, really enjoy. Now the last thing in this collection that I picked up are the Wet n Wild. These are the matte Color Icon matte liquid lipsticks, and it comes in 4 shades. So the first shade we have is called Too Tulip to Quit. I love their names, which is just a really, I would say this is kind of a subdued hot pink. It's a little bit of a deeper hot pink. So that is Too Tulip to Quit. Really, really beautiful, kind of bright. That's like a winter bright pink is how I would describe that. You guys know I'm gonna love this color. This is How Fleek Is Your Love, and it is just a gorgeous, I would say just middle of the line red. It's not too orange, it's not too blue. It's just really, really pretty. Very opaque color payoff. The next one I have is what I'm wearing on my lips today, and this one is called Don't Be a Plum Plum. Now this one I will say does go on a little bit patchy, but I just wear it with a deep lip liner underneath it. If you are somebody who doesn't want to have to take those extra steps, you want opacity, full color on the lips right away, do not pick this shade up because you are going to have to work with it, but it's that kind of color that I just love so much. I just throw a lip liner underneath it. And I'm going to say the same thing for this color right here. You're going to have the same problem. This is called Take It Like a Vamp, which is a little bit deeper. It's a little bit more, I would say Don't Be a Plum Plum is going to be warmer and have more brown tones in it. Take It Like a Vamp is definitely going to have more of a purple tone to it. Now I will say about this formula, it does dry down very matte. It's very comfortable to wear. It's not overly drying. It is going to have some transfer, but not a whole bunch. I don't think it's anything to be that concerned about. You're going to get the same issues that you do with all liquid lipsticks. But I think overall a really good formula. Again, if you don't want to mess with having to use a lip liner, I would stay away from Take It Like a Vamp and Don't Be a Plum Plum, but these are beautiful on their own. One thing I will say, I do like the packaging. I think it's very nice. It's very sleek, but I will say that it's got that kind of doe foot applicator that has the scoop in it, so it picks up a lot of product, which is great, but I feel like these doe foots are overly furry. That sounded gross, but like the little fuzzies on the doe foot are overly long so they can make the lip line seem messy. So another thing with that I have found that I have to do with these, because it doesn't give a nice even application, is I have to go in with a lip brush and kind of clean it up. So just be aware of those issues when thinking about these. I do really like the product, but you're gonna have to take some extra steps with them. They're not my favorite thing in the line. The eyeshadows would definitely be in this collection. Alright guys, so let's move on to the Sequins and Stardust collection. Now this is a collection that you can actually buy on Wet n Wild's website, complete in toto, for $35. And it includes 4 nail polishes, 4 loose pigments, 4 lip glosses, 2 pairs of lashes, I believe, and the highlighter. So let's jump into it. So first let's talk about the nail polishes. Now I love Wet n Wild nail polishes. I love the formula, I love the brush, and I love the color selection, and they really have come out with some absolutely stunning colors. So the first one that they have come out with is called Ninja Lovelace, which is this one right here. It is a really almost like dirty brownish green with gold glitters in it, which doesn't sound like it'd be very pretty. I'm actually just gonna, here, let me just put some of these on my nails. Now, one thing I will say for all of these colors is that they do need at least 2 to 3 coats to be built up to get full opacity. But once they're built up on the nails, they are really, really gorgeous colors. So this is what it looks like on the nail. It's a very interesting color, but I think it is very, very beautiful and very unique. And even if you have a lot of colors in your collection, you're not gonna have something just like this. So the next shade is this one. It's called Studio Glitter and Gold. It's a very beautiful, like cool toned gold. The shimmer in it is very, very fine. It's very subtle. This is what it looks like. So again, it's gonna need a couple layers to be built up to full opacity, but I think it's just a gorgeous color. I think these colors are gonna appeal to a wide range of people because they're not just like bam in your face glitter. They're a little bit more subtle and a little bit more wearable, just for every day. All right, the next shade we have is also really, really interesting, and it's called I Dream of Jean Genie. And it is a denim with very fine gold micro shimmer in there. I don't know if the camera, yeah, it's kind of picking it up. It's very, very beautiful. Again, it's another muted color with some sparkles in it. And I think what I like about all of these glitters is that the glitters are, as opposed to a polish with chunky glitters in it, you're going to get more of a sheen and more of a sparkle and more of effect. So that color is really, really beautiful. I've worn that one and I really like it. All right, and then the last shade is probably my favorite, and it's Are You Free to Dance, which is this. And it's a clear glitter with blue, purple, and pink like duochromatic micro shimmer in it. It's so gorgeous. This is what it looks like just on its own. It's, again, you've got the micro shimmer in there so you can build it up, and it's going to give you quite the sparkle. I think this is beautiful. I think it's beautiful on its own, but if you put this over a black nail polish, over a white nail polish, over a blue nail polish, green, pink, anything like that, it's going to be just absolutely stunning. It's one of my favorites. And so I love the nail polishes. I think, again, if you like the Wet n Wild formula, I think these are great and you should pick them up. If not, if you're not a fan of the formula, then, you know, pass. But they're very, very interesting colors and something I think very different just than the traditional reds and deep, deep blues that they've been coming out with a lot. So very interesting turn on the nail polishes, and I really like them. All right, next let's talk about the lip glosses. So again, there's 4 of them, and I'm just going to swatch them and go through them one by one. Now, I am not a big lip gloss fan, but I actually really like this formula. I find it to be very comfortable, wearable. It's not sticky, and it just gives you a beautiful sheen to the lips. So these are the Color Icon lip glosses, and these are all kind of either completely sparkly or duochromatic. This one's duochromatic, and this is called Loco Potion. It's beautiful. So it's an orange with a pink duochrome. Absolutely gorgeous. And I've got to say, I love the packaging on these, and that glitter in that in that gloss is going to be just beautiful. So that's what it looks like right there. These are all like what I would consider topper glosses. They're not going to be full opacity. Well, this one might be, but they're going to be more of a topper. This one is called Moxie Brown, and it's just a really beautiful, like almost bronzy gold. This one definitely has some opacity to it. That one right there. The next one is more of a very cool, almost champagne-y gold, and it's called Ring My Bell Bottoms, and this is what it looks like right here. And this just has some like silver and green like reflex in it almost. Really, really beautiful. I have worn this one on the center of the lip, and it just adds a really beautiful, gorgeous effect. So there's that. So this last one is probably my favorite. It's called Boogie White Lights, and it is a just beautiful white with that cool shift to it. Absolutely gorgeous. That shift is super strong, and this one has got quite a bit of pigment to it. It looks almost like a white wood under a black light, is that kind of effect. So absolutely gorgeous. So again, I really like the lip glosses. I think they're fantastic. They also came out with 4 pigments in this collection, and I've got to say I really like the pigments as well. Apparently I like everything out of these collections. Now, I'm wearing 2 of them today, but there are 4, so let's just go through them. The first one is called Dom with Cherry on Top. And there's not a lot of difference in the shades. There's subtle differences, but I mean enough to where I would get all of them. So I'm just going to try and get some swatches for you. So Dom with cherry on top, that's what it looks like. And these are not going to be the most crazy pigmented shadows, but when you wet them down, oh my gosh, they just come to life. It's ridiculous. So that is what Dom with cherry on top looks like. It's kind of a warm, it's like a warm golden champagne. Very pretty. The next one is called Kung Fu My Lightning. It is a light warm tone champagne. I've got this on the inner half of my lid today, layered over another one. And guys, I am going to swatch these. I am swatching these wet just so you can get kind of the idea of the pigmentation. This one is definitely more of just a sheen, a soft, beautiful kind of yellow sheen. That's Dom with cherry on top right there. It's a very subtle color. It's still really pretty. Next we have Ride on My Copper, which is just a really cool toned copper color is how I would describe that. So definitely on the cooler side of copper. Very, again, very beautiful though. So there's no glitter in these. It's just a stunning sheen to the eye. And then the last one we have is my favorite, and this is called Heart of Rose Gold. Now this is what I have on the majority of my lid today. It is a stunning color, and like I said, when you wet this color, oh my gosh, it is just metallic, beautiful goodness. I mean, it just looks wet on the eye, and that's it right there. So those are the pigments. Again, beautiful. They're very nice, and I've got to say my favorite part about the pigments, and I didn't even talk about this, is this right here, is the cap. I think this is so ingenious, and I don't know why more people don't do it, but there's a little lid that fits in so you don't get a mess everywhere. So it's just easy to control. You're not going to waste a whole bunch of product. You just tap out what you want to use in the lid, and then you're good to go. I love these pigments, and I love them even more because I think the packaging was so well thought out. And then finally, what everybody is going crazy over is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Bar, and I believe this is called Holy Head Glow. And this is gorgeous. It does, the packaging does come with a little mirror, but mine doesn't like to come out, which I've heard other people, oh, are you gonna come out? Oh, that's the first time I've gotten it out. So it does come with a little mirror, which I'll probably never be able to get out again. And it's just, it's a gorgeous highlighter. It's what I've got on my cheeks today, and I'm just so super impressed with this product. Now it doesn't feel like, I mean, it's a little rough to the touch, but this glow is just, it's so pretty. And I know this would scare away people who are fair like I am. I'm just looking at it on my cheeks. But really, when you shear this out, it is so beautiful. There's no glitter in it. It's just stunningly beautiful. I think it just gives the most beautiful kind of glow, just incandescence to your cheeks. Just gives it that healthy, gorgeous glow. I love this highlighter. This has been in my everyday like makeup drawer, and I just think this is such a steal. All right, guys, so that is my overview of these collections. So definitely some favorites in there. I love the trios. I love the highlighter. I think the pressed pigments are awesome, and I think the nail polishes are just fantastic. So yeah, let me know if you are interested in picking up anything from these collections, or if you already have them, or if you have thoughts, good or bad, about them. You know me, I'm creepy, and I always want to know what you're thinking. But as always, thank you guys so much for hanging out and talking about makeup with me. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.